Welcome to Things I Think for September 17th, 2020. We canceled our Minneapolis event. We've had to cancel our EMC and ECC that I was presenting week after next in Minneapolis. We apologize for that. The local government there, totally their call, was requiring me to wear a mask while I presented. We're not doing that, ever. As Prime Minister of Great Britain, Boris Johnson, said relative to Britain's schools, that's clearly nonsensical. You can't teach with face coverings. We've rescheduled for April. Hope to see you there if you're in the greater Minneapolis area or want to fly in. Even Drew Brees can't do it. I think I've mentioned here before that we're always a little surprised when folks attend one of our Zoom trainings and never turn on their video. Definitely makes for a weaker experience for them and for the rest of the group too. In my opinion, it's a rookie move. There are some legitimate exceptions, but mostly it's a rookie move. Kate, who's a New Orleans Saints fan, she went to Tulane, sent me a post today yesterday actually, from Drew Brees' Instagram feed. And it was about Drew Brees meeting with a family of a fan or something, and it showed his Zoom screen. And she captioned the picture, "If Drew Brees can't get people on video, who can?" And the picture shows 6 Zoom panels, only 3 of which have video on, one of which is Drew Brees. Slouching towards vulgarity. Since when did manners and dignity and understatement become passé? I was watching something on television the other night, and all the folks on the screen could do was interrupt each other, raise their voices, and attack the other person's motivations. And that last tactic, folk, is schoolyard bully level stuff, and it's embarrassing. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the topic is. Other people's motivations are not fair game for discussions about ideas. This kind of incivility may seem like a small thing when cities are burning, but it's not. All of society is connected to all the rest of society. I think I'd rather lose an argument than behave like a jackass. I recommend vigilance. One of the things that our working from home social distancing world has no doubt dampened or even almost extinguished is the rigor necessary to get ahead of the practice and rehearsal necessary to give a great presentation to someone more senior, let's say, than your boss. There's a lot less stress. You can feel it when you're in a conference room and you're presenting, but you can't really feel it over Zoom. There's more stress than just talking to your buddies. But when you're presenting to, say, your boss's boss's boss, and you go into that conference room, you start feeling stressed because of context. That expectation of stress is a great motivator in my experience. Almost everybody I know, pro golfers, talk about being nervous over something they've done tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times, making a putt. And they don't even know how much money it's for, but they're nervous. Nowadays, though, thanks to working from home and social distancing and everything else, you can prep your slides at your desk. You can wear whatever you're wearing that day versus the smarter choice, which is dressing up a bit if you're going to some VP's expansive conference room. I can't imagine sending a directive mine into a presentation without a rehearsal or two to me, or maybe even more. Ask for their deck 24 hours in advance. That way you can be certain, no offense, that it's not thrown together at the last minute. Make them present the whole thing to you. Time them, and then give them event-based feedback. There's a cast for that. These things, in my reading of what's happening in orgs today, are falling by the wayside. That prep, that rehearsal, because we're all just going to be doing it by screen, and maybe there'll be a bunch of people in the room, but it's a different experience and so on. But presentations are a huge part of junior folks impressing senior folks. Love your directs enough to hold them to a high standard, help them succeed. See you tomorrow.